We're gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you have done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something? We've been here before. You trying to get there.
Butt beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press conference, Terence Crawford's coach, Brian McIntyre, told Canelo that size and weight won't determine the winner on fight night. He highlighted that Crawford has consistently faced bigger opponents and still taken control in every fight. Speaking confidently, warned that Canelo will face serious challenges because Crawford's precision, skill, and strong mindset will give him the edge when they step into the ring.
Matchup with Canelo.
Bud beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac?
What?
Canelo's feigned head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we gonna get past that shit.
Bomac spoke with complete confidence about Terence Crawford's upcoming fight. He described it as more than just another match, calling it an opportunity to prove that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Bomac emphasized that Crawford has trained tirelessly, leaving no room for excuses. He believes true preparation is what separates champions, and Crawford's discipline shows why he is at the top of the sport. Bomac's words highlight not only his faith in Crawford's skills but also in his strong mindset. According to him, this fight isn't just about winning in the ring, it's about making history for everyone to witness.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's gonna get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports that Canelo Alvarez struggled while sparring with Jaron Boots, Ennis have sparked intense discussion in the boxing world. Ennis is often compared to Terence Crawford for his quick movement, sharp counters, and strong defense. If Canelo had difficulty with a fighter of this style in sparring, it raises questions about how much harder it could be against Crawford in an actual fight. While sparring isn't the same as a championship bout, it can reveal patterns, and this news made many think Canelo could face bigger challenges than expected. For Crawford fans, it adds confidence that their fighter has the tools to exploit Canelo's weaknesses when it matters most.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford's camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now.
In response to the sparring rumors, Brian McIntyre dismissed the comparisons between Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford. He acknowledged Bout's talent but stressed that Crawford operates on an entirely different level. According to him, no sparring partner, no matter how skilled, can replicate what Crawford brings into the ring. Crawford's mix of experience, adaptability, and mental sharpness is difficult to imitate. Bomac argued that those drawing comparisons are missing the bigger picture. The real fight will highlight Crawford's unique qualities, which go beyond speed and movement to include intelligence under pressure. His rejection of the narrative reflects,
man, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit, dog.
Analyst Aid Oladipo raised concerns about Crawford gaining extra weight before the fight. He pointed out that boxing relies more on the right balance of skill and power than on size alone. Putting on too much weight too quickly could slow Crawford down or disrupt his natural rhythm. Oladipo worries that Crawford, known for his speed and smooth style, might lose his edge by trying to match Canelo's size. While many fans admire Crawford for moving up in weight, Oladipo stresses the risk of altering what already makes him exceptional. His perspective shows that preparing for a fight like this is never simple, and even careful preparation can create challenges if not managed properly.
At 135 pounds, it looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And where he's just skinny, he's like wiry, he's very much Tommy Hearns. Now...
Oh, have you seen him?
He's massive. He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, 1 second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both.
Trainer Breadman Edwards offered a more balanced perspective. He pointed out that Crawford is fully aware that Jaron Ennis sparred with Canelo and that Ennis is a powerful fighter. Rather than letting this affect him, Crawford uses the information to prepare even better. Edwards explained that Crawford's confidence isn't shaken by outside factors like sparring partners. For him, what matters most is the actual fight and his ability to adapt in the ring. Knowing that Ennis was in Canelo's camp can even serve as motivation, pushing Crawford's team to train for that style. Edwards emphasized that Crawford excels in these situations, and his strong mindset keeps him focused no matter who his opponent works with.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up, It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him, and it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bull Mac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bo Mac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
A common debate among fans and analysts is whether Canelo's size will be too much for Crawford to handle. Supporters of Canelo highlight his success in higher weight classes and question if Crawford, who began his career at lightweight, can withstand the power of a naturally bigger fighter. The discussion often comes down to size versus skill. Critics of Crawford argue that no amount of talent can completely overcome a significant size disadvantage. They believe that natural strength will eventually dominate, and Canelo's heavy punches could wear Crawford down. Many share the view that, despite Crawford's skill, facing a stronger opponent at this level might simply be too much.
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's going to knock him out.
I think Canelo's going to hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well, too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this. He took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Beeble's biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
Another major point in the debate is Canelo's extensive experience at the highest level. Analysts highlight that he has faced almost every style, from slick movers to pressure fighters to strong defensive boxers. His record includes numerous championship rounds under the biggest spotlights. Beyond size and strength, his comfort in major fights gives him a calmness few can match. Experience often determines how a fighter handles tough moments, and Canelo has shown his resilience repeatedly. Supporters argue that this deep knowledge, combined with his natural power, makes him a formidable challenge for anyone, including Crawford. They believe that while skill is important, experience on the championship stage can heavily favor the Mexican star.
About being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some in the boxing world have mixed feelings about the matchup. On one hand, they respect Crawford for pursuing greatness, but on the other, they question if Canelo is the right opponent to define his legacy. The concern isn't about Crawford's talent, but the physical disadvantage that could overshadow his skills. Critics argue he might have found other ways to prove himself among the greats without facing a much larger fighter. Still, many recognize that this fight offers Crawford unmatched exposure and a significant financial reward.
Okay, man. Another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. You know, Canelo, he's got Bivol, he's got Benavidez, he's got all these other legitimate 168, 175 pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're gonna go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as talented as they come. Really? But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. You know, Bud is not a huge, massive guy. Right. I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not, because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. You know, I'm glad that Bud is gonna get this payday. You know, and I know it's very important. I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo, because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound for pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez? Something like that. Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight these up and coming 168, 165 to 175 pound guys.
Bomac described the fight not as a battle of size and power, but as a test of intelligence. He emphasized the importance of boxing's finer points, where timing can neutralize power and speed can overcome size. For Bomac, Crawford's key strength is his ability to adapt instantly, making him a puzzle opponents struggle to solve. His well-known phrase, "skills pay the bills," is more than just a catchline, it represents Crawford's entire approach. It shows that while Canelo brings experience and power, Crawford's mastery of the sport's small details gives him a real chance to defy expectations.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. You know, we got the doctors and the scientists and the nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You gotta have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think, with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from you, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay. He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.